If you interact with children's books, you may have noticed that there are a lot of annual awards given out in this industry, and it can be difficult to keep track of what all the shiny stickers on book covers mean. So in this video, I want to break down 10 of the most notable children's book awards. For the purpose of this video, I'm only going to discuss awards for books published in the US, children's books, although some of these awards do have adult counterparts, printed books, so not audiobooks or other media, and individual books, not legacy awards for a body of work. To start, let's look at some general awards that don't have content-specific requirements. First and foremost is the John Newbery Medal. It was named after John Newbery, an 18th century British publisher who was the first person to successfully sustain a business marketing books for children. The Newbery Award, created in 1922, was the first children's book award in the world and is still one of the most well-known. Since then, it's been awarded annually by the American Library Association to the author of the most distinguished contribution to American literature for children. Next is the Randolph Caldecott Medal. The Caldecott Medal was created in 1937 in honor of Randolph Caldecott, a 19th century British illustrator. It's awarded annually by the American Library Association to the illustrator of the most distinguished American picture book for children. The Theodor Seuss Geisel Medal, created in 2004, is named after children's book author and illustrator Theodor Seuss Geisel, also known as Dr. Seuss. It's awarded annually by the American Library Association to the authors and illustrators of the most distinguished American book for beginning readers published in English. Because these books are intended to engage young children with reading, there are some technical specifications, although the content can be about anything as long as the work is original. The National Book Award for Young People's Literature is one of several annual awards administered by the National Book Foundation, which has sought to celebrate the best writing in America since its founding in 1989. The National Book Award for Young People's Literature specifically recognizes authors of what they determine to be the year's best children's book. Now that we've covered some general awards, let's look at some specialized awards for books that meet specific content requirements. The Robert F. Sibert Informational Book Medal, awarded annually by the American Library Association, honors the authors and illustrators of the most distinguished informational book for children. The award was created in 2001 and is named after the longtime president of Bound to Stay Bound Books Incorporated, an organization that specializes in pre-binding books to make them more durable for long-term library use. Sibert Medal books must meet the following criteria: excellent, engaging, and distinctive use of language, excellent, engaging, and distinctive visual presentation, appropriate organization and documentation, clear, accurate, and stimulating presentation of facts, concepts, and ideas, appropriate style of presentation for subject and for intended audience, supportive features like an index, table of contents, maps, and timelines, and is respectful and of interest to children. The Pura Belpré Award, created in 1996, was named after the first Latina librarian of the New York Public Library. 2 awards are presented annually, one to a Latino author of an outstanding children's book, and one to a Latino illustrator for creating an outstanding children's picture book. Each of these must be an original work that portrays, affirms, and celebrates the Latino cultural experience. The Belpré Award is administered jointly by the Association for Library Service to Children and the Young Adult Library Services Association, both divisions of the ALA, and Reforma, the National Association to promote library and information services to Latinos and the Spanish-speaking. The Coretta Scott Book Award honors author, activist, and civil rights leader Coretta Scott King. It annually recognizes an author and an illustrator of outstanding books for young adults and children by African American authors and illustrators that reflect the African American experience. The award was created in 1969 and is administered by the Ethnic and Multicultural Information Exchange Roundtable, part of the American Library Association. The Asian/Pacific American Awards for Literature are intended to honor and recognize individual work about Asian/Pacific Americans and their heritage based on literary and artistic merit. The children's categories are young adult/youth literature, children's literature, and picture books. These awards are administered by the Asian/Pacific American Librarians Association. Winners of these awards must meet the following criteria. Works must be related to API American or API Canadian experiences or cultures. Works must be written by API American or API Canadian creators. And if there are illustrations, such as with picture books, the work must also have been illustrated by API American or API Canadian creators. The Stonewall Book Award is the first and most enduring award for LGBTQIA+ books. Its children's category is the Mike Morgan and Larry Roman's Children's and Young Adult Literature Award, which annually recognizes children's books demonstrating exceptional merit relating to the gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender experience. The Stonewall Book Award, originally called the Gay Book Award, became an official American Library Association award in 1986 and is sponsored by the association's Rainbow Roundtable. And finally, the Jane Addams Children's Book Award, named after activist and social worker Jane Addams, annually honors children's books that advance the causes of peace and social equality. Winners of the Jane Addams Award must effectively get children thinking about peace, social justice, global community, and equality for all people without sacrificing literary merit. The award was created in 1953 and is administered by the Jane Addams Peace Foundation. There are way more awards than I was able to cover here, but I hope that this gives you a general sense of some of the major players, their histories, and their criteria. So now when you see some of these stickers on book covers, you'll know what you're looking at.